Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder. And if you ever wanted to know how many players are actually getting populated into new kingdoms in the game, and then what does that look like in that first month, maybe up to the first 2 months, well, we're going to be showing you a portion of that today, because this has been an age-old question that I have wondered for so long on, and I've heard everything from, oh, there's 1,000 players, there's 5,000, there's 10, 20, 30,000 new players that are getting put into kingdoms, but nobody's ever really known, right? It's always kind of been the guessing game or some conjecture here and there, but nothing that's been kind of data-driven or supported. And so that's what we're going to be showing you off today. As always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you throw us up because it helps out a lot. Couple important disclaimers to get out of the way is that I may be porting this data over to the public sheet. If I do, I'm 50-50 on it. It'll be done 24 hours after this video is released. Number two, data was pulled on November 23rd between 2 and 4 UTC on average. So it's a little over a day old. Number three is that we did a bot recent kind of 2.5, 3-ish update. And as always, if you notice any discrepancies, just please feel free to reach out to me on Discord and or let us know in the YouTube comments below. I'll be sure to pass it over to Rich, our engineer. Number four is that if anyone's interested in getting more information about the bot, link to the bot Discord is in the pinned comment description down below, and you can reach out to Rich to get more information. Number 5 or 6, if there's any kind of interesting stats you'd like to see, just please feel free to let us know in the YouTube comments as well. We'll see if we can make it happen. Lastly, this data is going to be from 518, I think, to about 493, so around those 25 to 26 kingdoms that are ranging from about a month to 2 months old at this point. Okay, here we go. So let me break down the categories, and I probably should switch back so people can say like, well, boss, what are you actually looking at here? So categories here are going to be lords, which is the total amount of lords on the map. That's where if their account is still there and there's actually still a city, a player city on the map, they get scanned as a lord. Keep in mind that there is that inactivity window where if kingdoms or lords are inactive after a period of time, depending on what their city hall level is, they will be removed from the map, or they're supposedly supposed to be removed from the map, and they will no longer count towards kingdom power and KVK matchmaking for your top 300 on that stat line. Then we have the amount of lords or players that are in alliances, and then of course you can minus that, and those are the amount of people at that time of capture that are not in alliances. The amount of CH16 lords and the amount of lords that are at CH25, again, as of yesterday, as of a little longer than yesterday. So you can see here, starting on with Kingdom 493 and 494, there's 483 lords, 734, right? And again, this is probably closer to around a month and a half, 2 months old at this point. I really wish that the kingdoms in-game told you how old they are. I hope they eventually add that at some point. The amount of CH16 lords, right, 681, amount of CH25s. If we work our way up, now you can see we're kind of getting, you would imagine these numbers should be getting higher, right? Because if the kingdom is younger, there should be more overall total lords than there are for older kingdoms when we're talking about maybe season 1. And I guess generally speaking, because you'll probably start to see more drop off as time goes on. So now we're at 631. Okay, that's more than 483. 506 for 495 and 496. Ally lords, right, 455, 365. The amount of CH16s, right, 528. So that's, again, kind of similar, but there's a lot of CH25. So you could see here 493, right, getting probably has some decent accounts, right, compared to others. We'll go up 2 more or up a few more. Now you're seeing 853, 765. 812 from 497, 498, and 499. This is how it should be going. We should be seeing this number going up, not necessarily going down. So on average, it's going up. Okay, so we're almost at Kingdom 500. And if it helps at all, the most recent kingdom right now that we showed you is 439, right? So there's about 20 more kingdoms that have been released from the one we're going to show you, 21 specifically. And so from here, now we're at, like we said, 853, 765. We look at ally lords, 658, 566, 621. CH16 lords, 686, 626, 662. So look at this, right? Now you have 11 and 14. So 499 is 14 CH25 lords already, right? 2 more than 493. Okay, maybe that's a decent sized kingdom already. Let's look a few more. So now we're going to go up to 501. Maybe I can skadoosh that to 502. Bam, there we go. Now we're looking at 875. 826, 725. So 875 the highest so far, right? 637, 585 for ally lords. These are lords that are in alliances. You could also imagine that players that are in alliances versus the ones that are not, at least at that time, are more likely to be a little more representative of your activity, and then you can maybe combine that with some of your CH16s as well, right? So, and again, it depends obviously for reasons and etc. Then we have CH25, 3, 2, 4. Okay, so nothing really major there. If we go up a few more, we'll look at number 16, 15, and 14. They're at 760, 794. Okay, new highest, 889. Total lords for 505. Ally lords, 609, 662, 681. Looks like to be, I think, the highest. And then we have CH16 lords, 644, right? So not the highest. I think 680 might still be the highest, but then 462 for CH25 lords. Let's go up a little bit more. We'll go up 3 more here to 13, 12, and 11. And now we're looking at 946, the new highest, right? So they have 946 lords on the map. And keep in mind, that can be anyone between a level 1 up to a 25. 836, 897. Okay, we have ally lords, 692, 686, 684. CH16 lords. And again, your ally lord number usually should be higher than your CH16 lord number, but 644, right? So no one's at like 14 like it was for, what was that, 499? Yeah. Okay, let's go up a few more. So now we're going to go 10, 9, 8 here, and then we'll kind of just do a debut. Then we get 981. Okay, so this is like the new highest now, so 981 lords. And then we have 864, 947. Now we're getting into more of the 700s for ally lords, which again makes sense. 749, 72 new highest, CH16, 701 would be the new highest, 701. I mean, that's a decent amount of CH16 lords, right, for how new that is. 725s already. Okay. Now we'll go 7, 6, and then we'll do like a big top 5, maybe reveal. And so we get to 513, 512. Now it's 851, 895, still not meeting the 981 for total lords. But then we get ally lords, 677, 679, 557, 599 for CH16. And now we'll do our big top 5. So here we go. So from 514 to 518, you see 963, 888, 932, 963. So you have 1,200. Almost 1,200 lords in Kingdom 518, which is 21 kingdoms ago. And then we get the amount of ally lords at the moment, right, a little over 1,000. CH16, 617, 2. So you still got probably some of the leader issues at CS25 for 499, 497, and 493. But you're looking at total lords. So let's imagine that we're continuing this trajectory. Maybe this means that we're probably looking around maybe 1,600 to 2,000 players, right? But maybe if you're factoring in like day one, right, because you might see some of the most significant drop-off in the first couple days, maybe these numbers are more around 2,000. Maybe it's like 2,000 to 3,000, or maybe 15 to 2,500 that we're probably looking at more likely for the amount of lords that are actually getting populated into new kingdoms. Because keep in mind, you can still see the drop-off within the first 24 hours. If people log in, they play a little bit, they stop. Maybe they've only leveled up a couple city halls. So these numbers, to me, I will just say are somewhat shocking. I mean, I don't see this being an extreme drop-off where in 21 kingdoms from now, if we were to look at 539 as an example, if we were to look at 539, 538 through 533 through 539, are we going to see 10,000 players, 20,000 players, and then a month after that, all of a sudden it drops down to 1,200, 1,000? I don't know if the drop-off is that extreme. Could it be? Well, possibly. But I would like to bet my money a little bit more on us seeing the total amount of lords populated into New Kingdom, maybe in the couple thousands, right? That, I think, is a little bit of a safer bet based on the trajectory that we're seeing from these 26 kingdoms spanning probably around a month or a little bit more than a month in duration for their releases. That, I think, is a telltale sign. I mean, again, it's wild to me to think that if this is true, if this lines up for what we're seeing now and the trajectory trends consistently going towards new kingdoms being like new kingdoms being released, that just seems like a lowish number to me. Like, why wouldn't that number maybe be a little bit higher? You know, we've talked about this before. Why not maybe do something where you wait for a certain amount of lords to hit a certain city hall level before you open up the next kingdom, just to ensure a little bit more density of activity? again, I'd love to know what you guys think. These are my thoughts. Hopefully you find this interesting, and I'll be looking forward to doing this again. And if I'm able to get it to where we can get like the newest ones, or at least to the most recent, maybe within the 21 Kingdom range from the newest, right, we'll be sure to put that out. But yeah, pretty illuminating, I think. We'll love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, until next time, I will catch you later. That's the lady bugging me. Love her though, lots.